everybody, welcome back to Baseline Farms. My name is Jade. Oh my goodness, you guys, we've had some crazy weather. I don't know if everyone's heard on the news all the snow that has been happening here in, Southern California, Northern California. So we're in Northern California, zone 9B, and it has just been cold. We had a little bit of hail, but a lot of rain and some really strong winds, and it's just been so stinking cold. But let's see, we have been working quite a bit. The weather just started getting bad within the past few days, but it has been super cold in the early mornings. It kind of warms up in the afternoons to like 40, maybe 50 degrees. And man, but it's just been so chilly. So we got a new little color order right here for all of our color locations. So I've been busy in the garden. So let me just share with you what I have been doing in the garden. Okay, so over here, this is the entrance into the garden. I don't know if you can see that. So I planted my rose bush. This is the rose bush. I think it's called Dark Night. That's the one I got not too long ago. I had it in the little garden, and so I decided to plant that little rose bush right here, and I thought that would be so pretty to have a rose bush right when you come into the garden. And these are long stem roses, so that way I could cut them. So that's going to be so awesome. I can't wait to see that. And then I put some, I think these are called firepower grass. Oh gosh, Prairie City firegrass. That's what it's called, Prairie City firegrass. So I had these in a couple containers, and then I brought them home because they were so big. So I took them out, brought them home, and then our dogs are chasing some geese out of the pond. And so then the horse got a hold of them, and they kind of recovered so-so, but I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna plant them here in the garden because I want to have some sort of little, garden space and some niceness, some flowers and things. So that's what I'm gonna do in this garden space, especially since now I'm playing around with the irrigation. I could tap into the drip here and then have a little drip line going to the rose bushes, and then that way I don't have to hand water them. So that is so cool. Okay, so over here, so as you can see, I laid down some straw as for some mulch because we were getting some really strong winds and it was pretty sunny, and so the soil was drying out, so I was having to water it quite regularly. So I ended up putting some grass over, or the straw over the top of it just to keep it moist, and then we ended up having some rain. So I guess that's how it goes. So I kind of did it to all the beds that I'm not using right here. I amended the soil, I raised the garden beds, I fixed the drip over here in this area, and that's pretty much what I did. And then I just laid the straw over the top of it. So, and then over here, this is where we have our carrots and the spinach. And look, I harvested quite a bit of spinach from that little spinach area, and I'm so stinking excited because, ever since I put this netting on, the birds stopped eating the spinach. So then I sowed some more spinach in that one road right next to it, and I sowed another row of carrots right over there. So that's what I did in this garden bed. I just filled it up with more carrots and spinach. And then I ended up going out to the field, and I found some of this pipe right here, and I kind of bent it, and obviously you can tell it's not quite straight because I don't have one of those tube benders, but it's all right. It's gonna work. It's worked so far, and I haven't had any birds eating the spinach because that is what I'm trying to prevent. So over here we have all of our garlic, and it's doing, so good. So good. I cannot wait to harvest some garlic. Everything in the garden has been doing really, really good, even in the super cold weather, which is amazing because I'm telling you guys, it has been stinking cold. So here's another bed I amended right here. And then this bed right here is the one with the one broccoli, and it was kind of a Mod Podge of spinach. I'm just going to hold out and wait until the springtime to plant in this garden bed. And actually I was thinking about planting some peas also right here because those are frost tolerant. So now here we have our broccoli. And I have harvested quite a bit of broccoli because we were getting a little bit of warm weather just for a couple days. And as you can see, some of it started flowering right there. So I harvested a bunch of it, and then we actually made some broccoli cheddar soup, which was so delicious and so satisfying because I just came out here, you know, I wasn't sure what I was going to cook for dinner. And then I thought, oh, some broccoli cheddar soup. We have all that broccoli in the garden. So I came out here and harvested a bunch of broccoli and harvested some carrots, and it felt pretty good. And you know, that was my first time ever making it, so yeah, it actually tasted pretty good. That's so exciting. So over here we have all of our carrots, and yeah, they're just doing so well. And I could probably put some more, you know, carrots in the areas that I already harvested, so I might be doing that soon. Let's see, over here we have, you know, this is where I had a grass that my dad brought back for me to plant, and so I planted it in that location, and I'm hoping that it comes back in the spring, summertime. Over here we have our Myers lemon, and you know, it's doing okay. It's doing okay. I feel like springtime. I feel springtime, we might be seeing some action with that Myers lemon. So yeah, so here's the other garden bed I just covered with straw. Now these 3 garden beds, I need to fix the irrigation, and I was going to fix it, and I bought all the parts, I had everything for the irrigation for over here. And then I noticed that when the guys put the dirt back in the hole, they didn't make the pipes straight up and down, so they're kind of tilted a little bit. So I started digging, and you know, trying to fix it right over here. And when I thought I got it straight, I broke the pipe. So yeah, I was obviously wrenching on it too much, or maybe it was super cold because it was a really cold morning. Oh, look at the kitty sleeping. Do you see that? I mean, so cute, but I don't really want him to be sleeping in the garden beds. So that is what's happening in the big garden. Not much. Let me grab my spinach. Yeah, and then in the little garden we have, you know, all of the onions and garlic and things like that. The chickens are doing so good. We have actually been getting quite a bit of eggs, and oh my goodness, we went to Costco yesterday, and I just wanted to check to see how much eggs were, because I heard all this, you know, the eggs have gone up, and I haven't had to buy eggs in so long, so I don't really pay attention to the price of the eggs. So I went to Costco and they ran out of eggs. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. So all of the eggs were all gone. But yeah, so we are getting some more chickens March 26th. So that's super exciting. I can't wait. I love baby chicks. So here we are in the small garden, and everything's doing so well. I did plant up all of my tulips. I took 2 wine barrels and I put them up to the front of the house, and I ended up planting all the tulips. So I think that's going to be so pretty. I cannot wait. So here are the onions, and look at that. They're looking really good. So we have 2 beds of red onion. We have 1 bed of garlic right here. And then on the other side, let me show you. Over here we have some yellow onion, 2 beds of yellow onion. No, I think this is white onion. So we have some white onion, and we have some more mixed onions over there, some red and some green onions. And then over here we have the yellow onions, some mixed red onions, and then some more yellow onions in the back. And did I mention that I had some red onions? I don't know if I mentioned that in the small garden. So yeah, I do have some onions in there also. But yeah, everything's doing really, really good. I mean, despite the fact that we had some super cold weather, the garden is just doing really good. And then I just noticed, I keep forgetting this little blackberry bush right here that I had my blackberry. Do you see that? My blackberry bush in this spot. before I moved it into the big garden, and it just kind of shot up a little runner, and so I kind of let it grow, and it's doing really good. That's impressive. So I'm pretty happy. I hope we get some raspberries from that. So other than that, everything's doing really good. All the animals are doing well. I put some straw in Bella's stall just to keep it, you know, a little bit warmer. Even though she doesn't use it, it's still nice to have a nice place for her to stay warm. At least for me, it gives me a peace of mind. So here we have our mint, our little mint bed, and look at that mint. It is just growing out of control. Oh man, I should really harvest some of this. That looks really good. So yeah, the garden, everything's doing really good. It's just still wet, you know. It dried up and it was doing so well. It was feeling like spring. You could tell across the street we have a bunch of trees over there. I don't know if you could see that. That started blossoming, so it really felt like spring. The weather was feeling nice. And then all of a sudden this cold weather, whew, it's cold, but it's okay. It's okay, because I feel these dogs, I swear, there's so many places for them to run, but the one place they need to run is under the tripod. Out of everywhere they need to run. So silly. But yeah, so that's how it's been going. And then, oh my gosh, the skunk is back. No, the kitty litter does not work. And let me tell you, I shoved a lot of kitty litter in that hole. I mean, it's pretty dark in there. Let me go turn on the light and see if I could show you. But the hole is so big. I have covered it 2 times. 2 times now, and both times it comes back, and it's like it's showing off because the hole is bigger every time. So the barn is pretty messy because while it was raining, the guys were working in here and had a little assembly line putting pipes together. So this area is my feed area, my tack room, and I think I'm going to really clean it up. So let me see if you can see this. Okay, so let me pull this bale of straw out of the way. Do you see that? Do you see that huge hole? Oh my goodness. You know, it was a tiny little hole before, but now it's that huge hole. Man, I don't know, guys. I don't know if he's just part of the farm now because the dogs haven't been chasing it away. So I don't know if they think that I want this animal here. But, I mean, it hasn't been bothering us at all. I don't really smell him anymore. I know he's around because although I don't smell him in the morning, you do smell him at night. So it's a problem. Okay, so I have been doing all kinds of other little projects since it's been raining out. And I want to show you, because I forgot to show you the seedlings from, on the last video, I was showing you the seeds, and then I totally forgot to show you the seedlings. So let me share with you what is happening with all the seedlings. Look at all those. So these are some cucumbers that I started. There's some more cucumbers. We have some tomatoes, the pink Berkeleys. We have some 5 stars here in the very back, and then some more tomatoes, bronze torch. We have all, these are all peppers right in there, and these are all the peppers are from Johnny Selected Seeds. And then over here we have all these big ones right here are artichokes right there. Then we have some Cherokee purples, we have some Romas, see Botanical Interest, San Marzano, Sun Gold, some Heirloom San Marzano, some 5 stars. And then over here on the very bottom row we have some more artichokes that I started, some more, let's see, what are those? Beefsteak tomatoes, some eggplants, and then I have some more up here let's see, right there, that have not germinated yet. So I have some basil over here, some more eggplant, and then another artichoke. So that is what's happening as far as all the seedlings that I started. So that's how that's going. And then I started another project because another thing that I like to do for a side hobby is sew. So I have industrial Juki 1500 overlock machine right there in the corner. And then my sister loaned me a Husqvarna sewing machine, so I've been using that. And so let me show you what I've been, not quilting, but sewing. Okay, so this is so cute. So here is an apron. I'm so dirty right now, but isn't that so cute? Do you see that? So I made the little pockets like that. And then, so I can't sew straight lines. I mean, I'm sure I can if I really practice. So because my lines come out all squirrely because I try to sew like super fast, like I'm you know, like in a sweatshop, they come out all crazy. So I just sew a whole bunch of them like that, so it looks like it's quilted. That's my trick. But you know, it's so sturdy. I tell you what, it's not gonna fall apart. So that is my little sewing project. I made these little pockets here, some deep pockets. And I like my aprons to be thick, so I had I folded the fabric in half and then sewed it so that way it's pretty on both sides. And then on my overlock machine, that's what it looks like. Can you see that? I don't know if it's focusing in, but yeah, it's just it just looks so professional. So all I have to do next is figure out what kind of strap I want, if I want to put a grommet or if I want to sew it and put a button. So I'm still debating what kind of neck strap I want for my apron. And then also, I also like to make little strawberries. So here's, isn't this so cute? Look at that. It's a big strawberry. So because John and I reproduce an event called Berry Fest, I hand sew all of the signs and all of the ornaments like this, all the stuffed ornaments. So I hand sew them, and then when we have the event, I just go around and I decorate all the stages, all the, like the pageant stage, the band stage, like everything that we have around the event. I decorate it with sewn material so that way we don't have to throw away plastic and paper and things like that, and we can just reuse them every year, and they're machine washable, and it's all hand stitched. So yeah, homemade. So I do all these little strawberries and signs and things like that. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I don't know if I have a sign. Let me see if I have a sign to show you that I've made. Oh, here we go. I think, here we go. So here's a sign. One of the signs that I've made. Did I finish it? No, I still need to put some grommets on it. But yeah, so I sew these little quilts. This is a little longer. And then, so you can extend it out like this. I was probably using it for something. So, yeah, I just had to put little grommets on the ends of them, and so that way we can hang it up like a little banner. And I just love making these cute little banners. I cut the letters out of felt, and then I hand sew it. Not hand sew it, I mean I use a sewing machine, but it looks like a little quilt. Isn't that so cute? So yeah, so that's my little side hobby. But my sister, on the other hand, man, my sister, she is a quilter. She makes some amazing quilts. Her quilts look, I mean, my God, she could write your name. She can make little butterflies. She could cursive on the quilts. She's amazing at quilting. Yeah, her quilts are amazing. But yeah, my dad taught us how to quilt. He repairs industrial sewing machines, so he taught us how to sew when we were younger. So that's how we did that. But that's what's happening on the farm. That's what's happening for the seeds and everything else. I was gonna walk out, but I guess I'm stuck here. So I have so many things over here, like plants and everything on the ground. All my succulents that I don't want them to freeze. But yeah, so that's what's happening. That's what I'm doing on this side, is doing a little quilting. Worked in the garden for a little while, and I finished trimming up all of the pomegranates. So I was really worried that I was cutting them too much, but John says that it looks good and to keep doing it, and they're going to go way back. They're going to grow back stronger and even better. So that's really awesome. So thank you for watching. Take care. Be safe. Hopefully everyone stays warm. My goodness, you guys, I'm almost up to 300 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I mean, I only started this channel just because I wanted to stay connected with people, and I did not think that people would actually be interested. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'm really enjoying showing you what's happening and all the little things. And if you're interested in knowing how to sew, I am no master sewer. I just do this for fun, so I kind of just willy-nilly just do it together. I draw the pattern, I have an idea in my mind, and I literally just sew it together. So that's how I do things. But if you're curious on how I make these strawberries and you just want to play around and make a strawberry for yourself, it's so easy. So maybe I'll do a little tutorial on that. So thank you for watching. Take care, be safe, and stay warm. See you next time. Bye-bye.